Hi everybody, this is Dr. Breanna Tivy from Thrive Chiropractic, and we have been getting a lot of questions from people about how to stretch or what moves they can be doing at home to try to combat the fact that they're stuck at new workstations that aren't necessarily set up the best way that they could be. Plus, we're all just at desks and sitting longer than we should be as human beings anyway. So I just wanted to go through some basic stretches that you can do to try to reset yourself during the day while you're stuck in a chair. So the first thing is that most of you can probably feel that your necks get tightened up. So rule of thumb, everybody, is that for every 30 minutes that you're spending sitting, you want to get up and move for about 2 minutes. So set a little reminder on your phone or on your computer, and for every 30 minutes you're seated, get up and move. So one thing you can do is simply just move your neck through ranges of motion. So you can tilt forward and back and rotate to either side, and also bend your ear to each shoulder. You don't necessarily need to pull or create any extra tension. Usually just moving on your own is enough. Now, one thing that happens is when we're stuck in this position all day, these muscles here at the front of the neck get especially shortened and tightened. So there's a special stretch that you can do that targets that area specifically. What you want to do is take your hand and put it palm up and sit on it. So if we're doing the right side, you want to sit on that right hand, turn your head to the opposite side, and then tilt it back. And what you'll feel is a nice deep stretch through the front of that neck where it gets really, really shortened and tightened. And then you want to obviously do the other side, sit on that palm, turn the head, and tilt it back. And that's really going to target, again, the front of the chest and the front part of the neck. Now, the other thing is that your glutes and your hips tend to get really tight when you're sitting all day. So if you're stuck at that chair, if you're on a Zoom call or on a phone call, conference or meeting, one thing that you can do is a simple figure 4. So you can take one ankle, cross it over the opposite knee, and just lean forward a little bit. And you'll feel a really, really good stretch through that glute. So when you're crossing the right leg over, you'll feel that stretch through the right glute and low back. And so you can sit during a big meeting, long meeting, and go through this several times, and that'll open up those hips quite a bit. Now, there are a couple things that I also like to do standing, and we'll go through those really quick. One is to simply stand up and just let your body fall forward and slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. And this is just going to create some mobility, and it's going to stretch and mobilize that spine and give you a little bit of a reset. But hands down, my most favorite set of exercises for seated workers are what we call YWTL. So think about doing the YMCA dance. And so what you're going to do is we're going to start with our hands up like this for Y, but you're not just holding your hands up in the air. What you want to do is take those shoulder blades and squeeze them together like you're crushing a can. So once you're squeezing those blades, you're just going to hold it for 10 to 15 seconds, and then we're going to come down to the W position, and we're going to squeeze, 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 and we're going to go T and squeeze and L and squeeze. And when you drop your hands from doing that, you'll feel that your posture has really changed. It's pulling the shoulders back, it's opening up that chest, and that's really going to reset that whole upper body posture that gets stuck like this over the course of the day. So if you did nothing other than that every 30 minutes or so, that's going to help reset your posture a ton. We will be talking about more things that you can do at home to increase your mobility, but if you just had to have a couple things in your back pocket while you're sitting, those are my favorite. I hope everybody is doing well. Continue to take care of yourselves. Be well.